Hi everybody, my name's Anthony. I'm here to talk to you about a few topics. This is going to probably be a four-part series. The first part is how to use the internet, number one. Number two would be PCs and laptops or computers and networking. And number three, I hope to cover is about the World Wide Web, WWW, its inception, and under the hood. And last but not the least, I hope, would be ChatGPT, which is artificial intelligence, and its newness, its applications, and its uses, and its plus and minuses. So here we go. How do we use the internet? The internet, as you know today, is ubiquitous. It's used by a lot of people. In fact, the internet was started in the 1957 year, I believe, thereabouts, and was started by the US military. The US military wanted to use the internet to communicate with its bases around the globe. And when they first started, it was kind of a novel thing because there was no communication like email, et cetera, et cetera. So they basically worked on it. I believe it was a project that the University of Berkeley in California worked intently or intensely on it. And they succeeded, and it burgeoned out so big and vast, and it also became popular, that the numbers were too big and too much for the United States military to handle. And so they handed it over to an international body. I think it is called ICANN. Probably in my next talk, I shall research it and bring that to you. So in the late 80s, the digital divide started to narrow, right? What I mean by that is the digital divide means those who have access to the internet versus those who don't. And so a large number of people started to use it. They had approximately 600 million at the time, I believe, and today it's over 2 billion users. So the internet has grown and is still growing, right? And its purposes are pretty multifaceted in that you can use the internet to research, to browse, to get any kind of information you want on the internet. Good for students, good for all kinds of demographics. Good for entertainment, good for making pen friends, good to find recipes for domestic engineers or women working from home in the domestic area, as well as professionals. So here I'm really wanting to tell you how to use the internet, and particularly addressing it to two demographics. The very young ones who are thrilled with the internet, no doubt. I am too. The ubiquitousness and the amount of information is mind-boggling. So the young people are sometimes very excited, and they use it to play games, et cetera, et cetera. But and text, those are two common things I can remember or understand. But be cautious, young people, because the internet is a very bad place to be if you're not going to use it for productive purposes. You know the saying, if you have nothing to do, don't do it here. So if you have nothing to do, don't be on the internet. right? It's a bad place for this very reason that there are a lot of people operating incognito. What that means is they're hiding their identity. And they do not want to know who they are because their reasons for being on the internet are insidious, are wicked, are cruel. So you don't want young people, you don't want to be there because there could be a very old pervert on the internet. On the other side, could be a young pervert, which is who is trying to be predatory and hook you onto one or more things, drugs or pornography and things of that nature. So young people, do not be on the internet too long if you are not required to be there, right? And if you're trying to make friends, be careful because you might be talking to a very, very nice person who's trying to hook you one way or the other and to lure you into doing bad things. Consult with your friends or confidants and your parents, if that is possible, and elders, because they know better, right? There is a saying from the good book, in the multitude of wisdom,